Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the hospital pharmacy. So as you can see on this slide that there is one of the pharmacy. So these are the contents from which we have to study about the different kinds of hospital pharmacy, the functions of the hospital pharmacy, objective of hospital pharmacy, then the location and the layout of hospital pharmacy. Also the personnel and the floor space which are required for the hospital pharmacy. Also, we will discuss about the requirements and the abilities required for the hospital pharmacist. So this is the definition as you can see on the slide. The hospital pharmacy, it is a department of a hospital which deals with procurement, storage, compounding, dispensing, manufacturing, testing, packaging, and distribution of drugs. It is also concerned with education and research in pharmaceutical services. Hospital pharmacy is controlled by a professional, competent, and qualified pharmacist. So we are going to discuss in brief what are the qualification which is required for the pharmacist. Also the layout and all the points we will discuss. So on the slide you can see these are the different functions of the hospital pharmacy. So dispensing, purchasing and the inventory control, statistics and the reports. Also, the hospital pharmacy has a function for the manufacturing of different large volume parentals, small volume parentals and the bulk products. Also, they are dealing with statistics and making of reports. They are taking a part into research as well. So the dispensing of medicines which occurs in the hospital pharmacy, it is for the outdoor patient as well as for the inpatient, some medical and surgical laboratories for the supply of that, ward or floor stock, as well as some alcohols for the cleaning purpose of the hospital. So these are the different functions of hospital pharmacy. So in brief, to provide specifications for the purchase of drugs as well as chemicals and the biologicals. Proper storing of drugs, these are also part of the function of this hospital pharmacy. Manufacturing and the distribution of medicaments such as transfusion fluids, parenteral products, tablets, capsules, ointments, and different kinds of stock mixtures. So as you know from the previous slide, we have seen the dispensing and the sterilization of the parenteral preparations which are manufactured in the hospital. Also, the dispensing of drugs as per the prescriptions of the medical staff of the hospital. So these are the different functions of hospital pharmacy. Apart from this, the hospital pharmacy has the functions like filling and labeling of all the drugs containers from which medicines are to be administered. Also, the management of stores, which includes the purchase of drugs, proper storage of conditions, and maintenance of records. Also, the establishment and the maintenance of a drug information center. This is also a very good function for the hospital pharmacy. From the drug information center, you can understand the meaning of this drug information center, That is, it is a center from which we can get the different information in brief information of drugs, providing cooperation in teaching and research programs, discarding the expired drugs and the containers and the missing labels. These are the functions of hospital pharmacy. And the most important thing of hospital pharmacy or this our presentation is the objective of hospital pharmacy. So the objectives are to ensure the availability of right medication at the right time in the right dose at the minimum possible cost. This is the really main objective of the hospital pharmacy. Also, to professionalize the functioning of pharmaceutical services in hospital, to act as a counseling department of medical staff, nurses, and for patients, to act as a data bank on drug utilization, as well as the main objective of this hospital pharmacy is to participate in research projects. So these are the different kinds of objectives of hospital pharmacy. So apart from that objectives, you can see on the slide, these are also objectives of hospital pharmacy. So to implement decisions on the pharmacy and the therapeutics committee, to coordinate and cooperate with other departments of hospital. Also to plan, organize and implement the pharmacy policy procedures to in keeping with established policies of the hospitals. So these are the also objectives of hospital pharmacy. So how should be the location of hospital pharmacy? So in short, I will tell you that the pharmacy should be at the ground floor. Also, you can see from the layout, I'm going to show you in the next slide how the layout should be or how the position of the hospital pharmacy. So obviously, it should be located in the hospital premises so that patients and the staff can easily approach it and take the medicines. In multi-stored building of hospital, the pharmacy should be preferably located on ground floor and especially for at the dispensing unit. It should be laid in such a way that there is a continuous flow of men and the material. So this should be the these are the different parts which are coming into the location of hospital pharmacy. Then the main part, as I told you, the layout of hospital pharmacy. The layout should be like that. You can see into the slide that is aseptic area is there, manufacturing section is there, raw material is there, also stores and the finished products. The passage area is there, the dispensing area is there, administrative section is there, and the open space, or we can call it as a waiting area for the patients. So these are the different points which are coming into the layout of hospital pharmacy. So you can see on the slide, this is a normal and the very easy design for the retail drugstore. So how it should be. In previous slide we have seen the hospital pharmacy and this is the retail pharmacy shop. So you can see where is the waiting area, where is the table, where is the chair, and where should be the freezer, and the most important thing that how much will be the area for the retail shop. It is a 10 square foot into the 15 square feet. This is the area which is required for the retail shop of medicines. Then in the next slide we are going to discuss about the flow charts for the materials and the staff. So you can see on the slide there are the different general flow chart for the outpatient. So we are going to discuss in brief how it is. So you can see on the slide there is a prescription received by the pharmacist. After the pharmacist, the filling of the preparation or filling of the prescription. Then into this filling of prescription, the selection of the medicines, labeling of the medicines, and finally the pricing of the medicines. After that, the dispense pot dispensed to the patients. These medicines are dispensed to patients. As you can see on the slide, after the dispensing of a patients, there should be go for the payment purpose. So the patient will get the receipt of the payment. And also the prescription filled, that should be according to the rules and the regulations. So we can discuss now the general flow for the inpatients. As you can see, there is a pharmacy, then the prescription copied by the nurse, then it goes to the inpatient medication order, then the prescription received by the pharmacist, filling of order, dispensing of order, then the charge, and after that for the returns in the credit, there are some credit issues like the selecting, labeling, and the pricing of the drugs. And if the prescription written by the doctor, it goes to directly to the inpatient discharge medications. Then the prescription received by the pharmacist. Then, as you know very well, there is a filling of the prescription. That is the selection, labeling, and the pricing of the medications. Then the dispensing of the prescription. That is the payment work. Then finally the statistics and the control. So this is the general flow for the inpatients. Now this is the general information about the flow charts for the materials which are procured by the hospital pharmacy. So you can see the parental manufacturing, medical store directly it goes to the medical store or the pharmacy, and during the with the quality control it goes to the directly to the inpatient department or to the outpatient department. So now we will discuss about the different facilities required in the hospital pharmacy. So in smaller hospitals with one pharmacist only, one room is required for the pharmacy, having a combination of dispensing, manufacturing, administrative, and all other sections of a complete pharmaceutical service. For the sterile products, there should be a separate room or area. In large hospitals with 200 or the more beds, departmentalization of the pharmacy activities is required. A separate area is required for the inpatient services and unit dose dispensing. Also, for the outpatient service, an office for the chief pharmacist, a compounding room, pre-packing and the labeling room, a store room, sterile products room, also a separate area for the drug information services and the space assigned on various nursing units for unit dose drug administration. So as you know from the slide, the floor space is required. For example, 250 square foot is minimum required area for the any size hospital, 10 square foot per bed in 100 bedded hospital, and 6 square foot per bed in 200 bedded hospital. These are the really most important points if you are going to open a hospital pharmacy. Floors of pharmacy should be smooth and easily washable and acid resistant. In manufacturing section, drains should be provided, walls should be smooth, painted in light color. Wooden cabinets are laminated. Floors and lamps are placed above the prescription counter. Finally, the counter for Bunsen burner are also required in case of hospital pharmacy. So, we have discussed the different points of this hospital pharmacy.